What up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy, Oscar Mike. And, this is the third installment from Facebook and Instagram where I asked you guys for any topics that you wanted me to cover. This one goes out to a buddy of mine, Chris, great guy. We live next door to each other in Virginia Beach. He's a great guy, great, hard-working family man. And his topic, was pretty much about like people being responsible, people taking responsibility in their lives. Some of the examples he used of people not taking responsibility is like, they're not satisfied with their lives, they're not doing anything to make it better. People are not taking care of their families, they're not taking care of their yards, they're not taking care of their homes, they're not taking care of themselves, and then, they're looking to blame everyone else. Which leads into also people thinking that others owe them something. So let's cover the first portion, and that's taking responsibility. All right, so we all need to take responsibility for our own lives. Take responsibility for your children's lives. Take responsibility for your life. Your spouse's life is pretty much their lives, but from the people you can influence, um, mostly being yourself, because you really only can control yourself. You need to take responsibility for that person first before you help everyone else. Like, I have to make myself better to make my family better, to make my children better, to make people around me better. I take care of me first. Like on the plane, they say, put your mask on first before you help the other person. Put your mask on first. As far as responsibility, I don't know what's going on in our society, but it seems like a lot of people don't want to take responsibility for their actions. It's always someone else's fault, or it's always a reason why people are not accomplishing their goals or doing the things that they want to do or accomplish in life. And let me tell you right now, no one owes you a doggone thing. You got to take responsibility for your life. If I am getting behind on my bills, I don't blame, the government or whatever. I don't blame the price of products. You know what I do? I try to make more money. I stop blaming people, for those things, and I've tried to do things that put more money in my pocket. That's taking responsibility. Or you can spend less. That's taking responsibility. In our society right now, you and I both know people who are not taking responsibility for actions. Someone like Chris says, like people are just miserable, or their houses are not in order, or their finances are in order. They say, "Oh, I want," or "I wish." Like, stop wanting and stop wishing, and take some responsibility in your life and get out there and make something happen. I'm tired of being around people, and that's why I've cut a lot of people out. Whereas though they're saying that they want to do something instead of just doing it. Um, and the second part about like people thinking someone owes them something. No one owes you anything. Stop blaming your parents. Take responsibility. Stop blaming your job. Take responsibility. Stop blaming your spouse. Take responsibility. Stop blaming the government. Take responsibility. It's your responsibility to have money in your pocket. It's your responsibility to get an education. It's your responsibility to make sure you pay your bills. It's your responsibility to make sure you educate your children. Stop, you know, waiting on the schools to educate your children. I mean, let's be honest. The teachers in this country aren't paid a lot of money to do what they do. So it's not like it's a career that people who actually want to be able to um, live a lavish life are going to get into, right? And sometimes some of these school districts, depending on where you live, they take whatever teachers they can get. Like, it's my responsibility to make sure that my children are educated. It's my responsibility to introduce them to books and things that are going to help them in life. Like, I teach my children, like, yes, go to school, get an education, learn time management, be educated for the sake of being educated. But at the same time, what you really need to concentrate on is figuring out what you really want to be in life and creating some type of business. Look, if you want to be an engineer, but own that business, okay? Create something for yourself. Don't be dependent on another man or woman to give you what you deserve, all right? Take responsibility. No one owes you something. And the more and more when you change your mindset, right? The people who are around you, they're going to change their mindsets, and they're going to change their mindset and say, like, yeah, I need to take responsibility. Like, no one owes me something. My mom, my dad, my job. people in my family or whatever the case may be, they'll take more responsibility. These are just my thoughts. This is just how I feel about the subject. I'd love to see you guys' comments. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and do all that today because Oscar Mike said so.